Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to make sourdough hamburger buns. So to get started, gather all your ingredients, which is going to include all-purpose flour, sea salt, egg whites, a fresh farm egg, olive oil, raw sugar, milk, warm filtered water, along with that sourdough starter. And you're going to either use sesame seed or poppy seed. Today I'm going to use a combination of both for a little bit of variety. So in your mixer, go ahead and mix all of your dry ingredients. This includes your flour and your salt. And once it's all combined and you feel comfortable, then you're going to go ahead and slowly add your wet ingredients. At the very end, I add my sourdough and I let it sit for about 20 minutes so it can ferment, and it also can help with it to rise. Sourdough has so many health benefits, it's beyond amazing. It provides so many good probiotics to help with your gut, which in turn, if you have a healthy gut, you have a healthy immune system. So this is just one way that we like to incorporate fermented foods into our home each day. So go ahead and research and decide that sourdough is one of those things that you'll want to add. So at this point, I'm going to remove my dough from my mixer. I try not to overmix. That's like a big no-no, is overmixing your bread dough. I do it just until everything's combined, and once that happens, I pull it all out onto a floured surface, and that's when I begin kneading my dough to use for my bread or my buns. So once your dough is onto your floured surface, you're going to go ahead and knead it so it is all combined and it's not super sticky. You want your dough to give a little bit of elastic and a little bit of push. You don't want it to be too wet or too dry. So this is something that takes time, and it is an art. So don't get frustrated if it does not work out in the beginning. If it's too wet, just add more flour. If it's too dry, I like to get my hands a little wet with filtered water. So do not get discouraged. You just need to understand that the texture should feel like, the best way to describe it is Play-Doh. You know, when you made those little round balls and you flatten them to make buns, or you rolled them out and flatten them to make hot dog buns, that's pretty much how you want it. You don't want it to be too wet and you don't want it to be too dry. You want it to feel like Play-Doh. Once that is at your desired consistency, go ahead and put it in a grease bowl. And then what you're going to do is cover it with a wet tea towel. Now, this is going to depend on your environment. My environment, this can take 24 to 48 hours, and it also depends on the time of year. So the warmer your house is, the dough will rise in 24 hours, or it could rise in 48. So I'm punching down my dough here, and I'm going to remove it from the bowl, and then this is where I'm going to begin kneading it and shaping it. I'm going to divide it into 8 round circles. I'm going to roll it out just like I do with Play-Doh that I played with when I was a young girl, and then I'm going to flatten it onto a grease cookie sheet. And then at that point, once it's on my grease cookie sheet and I'm completely done, I'm going to wet another tea towel. I do want to mention that I got this dough scraper / divider at the Dollar Tree. You can pick it up at your local Dollar Tree. It's literally $1, especially if you're a beginner bread maker / bun maker. It's perfect. So as you can see, I'm shaping my little hamburger buns into round balls, and I'm going to flatten them with the palm of my hand and place it onto my grease cookie sheet. Now this is going to be my last and final rise, and this can take anywhere from 12 to 24 hours, but basically you just want them to double in size. At this point, when they do double in size, that's going to be the desire of your hamburger buns. Now you can add a damp tea towel or just put saran wrap on it. It'll keep it from drying out, and that's basically, I decided to do saran wrap, and it is warmer out right now, so my buns only took about 12 hours to rise, and then I'm going to prepare an egg wash. So I'm going to crack an egg, and I only want the egg whites because this is going to be an egg white wash, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon of filtered warm water, and I'm going to blend it. And then with a pastry brush, I'm going to brush all of my buns, and then I'm going to sprinkle either with the sesame seed or the poppy seed on top of the buns before I bake them. So in a preheated oven, you're going to go ahead and cook your buns for 16 minutes. Once they are golden brown on the top and bottom, you're going to cool them on a wire rack and then go ahead and slice them. You can serve this with a beef burger, a vegetarian burger, fish, chicken, you name it. The possibilities are endless. Pair it with your favorite vegetables and it is delicious, very hearty. If you love sourdough recipes, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos from me. Share this video if you know anybody who's getting started with sourdough, and I hope to see you guys soon. And do not forget to give me a thumbs up for doing a great job and helping and encouraging you on how to make sourdough recipes.